All right, man. We are just going to jump into this because I know that our regular listeners out there know what this is all about. For those of you who have never seen us do the segment based on a true story, I have a headline. I'm going to pitch it to Luke, and Luke and I are essentially going to create a movie on the spot and pitch it to executive Humpback, DJ Humpback.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. I'm ready to rock your socks off with this pitch.
So tell us about your studio a little bit, just so the listeners know.
It's an aquatic studio based in Southern California. We do a lot of whale movies. We actually did Free Willy 6 back in the 90s, and that's we specialize in aquatic movies. Humpback Studios.
Well, I'm gonna try to convince you to get out of your comfort zone, which is gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. We don't exactly have something aquatic themed, but maybe on the fly we'll think of something that works for you. Okay, so this is my partner Luke. We want to make a movie, and it's based on a true story about a New Zealand city that took its official wizard off the payroll after over 2 decades of him being on the payroll.
Wow. So this wizard, he's, God, you want to read that back one more time?
Sure. A New Zealand city is taking its official wizard off the payroll after 2 decades.
I'm ready.
This is a serious movie, okay?
Very serious.
This is very serious. So I'll take it from the top. So we opened flying over the beautiful country of New Zealand where they filmed Lord of the Rings, and we're going to try to capture some of that charm.
Some of the ocean, too.
Some of the ocean, where
they got
Gold
whales in the
Coast
ocean.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see some ocean.
Yeah.
We'll see some whales.
Mm.
But then we're going to go into the land, and we're going to fly into this small little cottage, and it's occupied by New Zealand's official wizard, whose name is
Bumblebee Snozboard.
Bumblebee Snozboard is distraught because he's just got a letter from the official government in New Zealand that he is going to be taken off the payroll. He has not sufficiently held up his end of the bargain over the last couple of years. After 2 decades of being in the service of New Zealand, they're just like, there's not enough magical problems for you to solve. In fact, there's no magical problems to solve because magic doesn't exist.
And, Bumblebee, he's infuriated because, the Snozboards for generations have protected New Zealand from magical threats. And he's arguing he's done his job too well because, like people are fixing their stuff. Like, you have a mechanic come in and, you want to leave it a little off the rocker. So, you got people, keep people coming back. So, Bumblebee Snozboard, he's probably the best wizard of his family lineage since, from the great, what was his grandfather's name? Great-grandfather's name?
Gray Squirrel Thumbtack.
Yeah. So Gray Squirrel Thumbtack, Snozboard, he, developed the arts of the Snozboard wizardry, passed it along, and now Bumblebee Snozboard is he's crushing it. He's all these threats that he knows about. He's kept it under wraps.
So he's strong.
He's
strong.
always so
Who's
strong.
playing this guy? Give me some pizzazz. Somebody with some fun. What are we doing?
See, we were thinking Ian McKellen, but he's kind of like already done that, and that's like too much on the nose.
We couldn't go to his angel.
But he's
with
strong.
that.
So he's more like a Jason Momoa, like an Aquaman type wizard, because he's from the ocean, right?
I could get down with Jason Momoa.
Like Jason Momoa. We should maybe go with that.
Okay.
You make Jason Momoa happen.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
Jason
okay.
Momoa is playing Bumblebee Snozboard.
Okay, all right.
And
I like that.
So so that's our setup in the first act. He's like in distress and through some flashbacks interacting with Gray Squirrel Thumbtack Snozboard. He's essentially just like his grandfather was really impactful on him. And like maybe we get Ian to come in and do that as like a like homage to, the world Peter built,
Yeah.
And so he's there and his girlfriend, who's not a wizard and doesn't know he's a wizard, she comes in, tries to comfort him. There's like this steamy kind of like romantic scene. We're gonna shoot it. We don't have to keep it in the movie, but we'll have it there if we want to make it more of an adult. Like we don't want this to be Harry Potter. We want sauciness in this. So
And so what we can do maybe to tie in to the studio, maybe she's like a marine aquatic biologist.
marine biologist. Yeah,
Yeah.
got it. Good call, Luke. Good call.
Yeah. SeaWorld stuff.
SeaWorld stuff.
I like it.
So anyway, in the meantime, we've established these characters, and he's on his way to go fight for his job. But in the background, we go and meet a dark, sinister character.
Yeah.
And this is essentially our dark wizard. And this guy's name is Sassafras Molasses Dingleberry.
He's got a little southern flair to him.
Yeah.
Sassafras Molasses is essentially his lineage is the complete opposite of the Snozborts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And-
For generations,
Yeah.
they've been at war. And Gray Squirrel Thumbtack and Sassafras Molasses had this big, epic battle. And, they say, New Zealand used to be far greater than it is.
Yeah.
Until
It was so
the battle.
powerful that it was literally obliterating parts of the continent and blew it off of the Australian coast. This is a lot of lore. We're building a lot of lore in the first 30 minutes. Okay. Sassafras Molasses is mortal. The Dingleberries live really long and they have woven these dark spells. Anyway, the whole thing is setting up for the second act where essentially Sassafras Molasses takes over New Zealand and starts potentially launching a full world takeover with his magical powers. The government of New Zealand is like, oh no, we're sorry. We're really sorry. We're sorry, Snozbort. We really freaked up and now we're wrong. You proved us right. And so Snozbort tries to beat Sassafras, but he just can't in the first 20 minutes of the second act. So he's got to go into the road of trials. He's got to train and learn new spells. His girlfriend, whose name is Molly, the marine biologist, she introduces him to some of her aquatic friends, and they have this oceanic. We were gonna set it in a volcano more up in the mountains, but I think we should just go down to the coast and make this more of a marine,
Kind of like a water world. Yeah.
Yeah, be in touch with the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and be in
he
touch
can,
with the-
he can have powers over
Yeah.
the ocean, stuff like that, and he can communicate with the marine animals.
And the idea is to build this into a franchise where essentially Bumblebee has to go through each of the elements. So this could be the water film to kick it all off, and so then we're gonna do earth and fire and wind and just keep going, keep
give him
milking the
a
franchise.
a cool weapon, it's like a spear with tips on 3 tips on it,
three try
a trident.
yeah trident.
Yeah, maybe give him one of those.
Like the gum, you could get some
Love that
sponsorship
gum,
involved. Yeah, you could get some sponsorship. So anyway, Bumblebee Snozbort is on this epic journey. He trains up with Molly. Sassafras Molasses is taken over, and he's essentially this evil warlord at this point. And New Zealand just gets transformed into this place of evil creatures. There's some sort of MacGuffin that they have to go get, which could be the trident.
Yeah.
I'll forget about what. Hold on the McMuffins for a second. Who's Molly? Who's we need some pizzazz in here.
Yeah.
Well,
Who do you like?
So, see, the thing is, she's been out of the scene for a long time, and we just got in touch after the Super Bowl. Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, I love Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she can make a good comeback in this movie.
Yeah.
She's looking good. She's ready to be back on screen, and her and Jason, I think, would just be cool natural fits.
Yeah.
So Molly, the marine biologist, throw on some thick lens glasses and nice rims. Yeah. It'd be great. So anyway, you know how the story goes. The good triumphs over evil. There's a big showdown. You might blow off that little island of New Zealand, blow that up. That's essentially where the whole thing
That'd
takes
be
part.
sweet.
But then Bumblebee Snozbort essentially after defeating Sassafras Molasses, all the dark magic that he did is undone, and the rest of New Zealand from times past rises out of the ocean and reveals Atlantis, which sets up our next film, which is about Bumblebee Snozbort. He changes his name to Butterfly Snozbort because of his transformation.
Yeah. It's a whole metamorphosis that, he's like, I have to go into my slumber, and then, kind of like that after the credits, you see the cocoon cracking open.
Because he was mortally wounded in
Yeah.
a battle with Sassafras, and Molly cried, and her tears magic.
Her tears flooded the world, probably.
Yeah.
I like
At least
where we're-
that part of New Zealand.
Okay.
That part of New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the
And-
island. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think that's basically
How much this is gonna cost me?
he gets his job back.
that was well, that's
His
the last
job.
thing.
They
But-
offered him the job, but he died.
He turns it down because
dying.
he's dying. He's like, I would love to come back as the wizard, but I'm dying.
So who's going to take over for Bumblebee's Snozzboard?
I mean, that's the
Well, Butterfly Snozzboard in the sequel.
But yeah, that's information for you. But just so you know that we want part 2 coming out of this.
Yeah.
But we leave that as like, is he dead?
Post-credit scene is the cocoon breaks open a little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Run it
So
by.
you said how much is it going to cost you?
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably do this on like an $85 million budget.
Yeah.
But the key is going to be the marketing. So we're looking for like $100 million in marketing to like release it when it's
100 million in marketing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the key for all of these. You get it out there. We got to make sure we got the influencers out there, the billboards,
Exactly.
all the good stuff.
Well, this is
It's all about
you got to remember this is a family company here at
Yeah.
Humpback Studio. So how are you gonna? Who else can we partner with? It's family oriented.
Well, all the 100 million is all about merchandising, man. Selling those Trident gum dispensers.
Maybe we can get in touch with Fortnite.
Some Fortnite characters coming out of this. Sassafras Molasses plays Sassafras Molasses.
Get
Come
the
on.
action figures.
You could
stuffed animals.
Start your own line of molasses that's like sassafras flavored. I think you got you got food product lines, toys,
And even with the sequel, we have a lot of material that we've been writing up for a prequel. The whole Sassafras Molasses and Gray Squirrel Thumbtack history.
oh, okay.
We got to think about that.
Who are playing those guys?
Well, we had even Ian McKellen,
as a cameo.
but then we'd
Cameo.
have to do like a younger version.
Mark Strong is our villain.
Yeah.
I know he dips in there a lot and plays a lot of like villainous, wizardy magic types, but
Okay, if we can make that Michael Caine, that'd be
Michael Caine
Michael
versus Jason Momoa. I'm down for that. And listen, his whole family's gonna get introduced in the prequel. You got Pufferfish Blowhard. You got you got
I love pufferfish.
you got Red Squirrel.
Oh.
You got Red Squirrel.
What's a land animal?
Red Squirrel Hot Plate. Red Squirrel Hot. Sorry.
Hot plate. Yeah,
I think there's a humpback in there.
there's a
We
humpback.
can make one.
Humpback.
Oh,
I'm sure we could.
Humpback turtle dove. Come on, man. All the Snozzboards
love
are gonna
turtles.
be in there.
Yeah.
Love turtles and humpback
Turtles.
whale.
So then we'll just say humpback turtle.
Yeah.
No turtle dove. Get rid of the
Yeah,
birds.
I like this. I like this movie a
Keep it
lot.
aquatic. Get the avian.
Hit him with the name, Luke. Hit him with the name of the movie.
Well, so at first we were thinking, the fantastical stories of Snozzbort, but that was, kind of lame, because the focus group that we tested it on, they were like, wait, that's Harry Potter, basically. So then we kind of took it back to the workshop and
The Magical Workshop.
magical workshop,
Which we call our writing studio.
the writing, a lot of magic happening, and really it's kind of like a tug at the heartstrings, and what the basis of this is, it's the fight for New Zealand, and in its depths of its core, and we're calling it Snozzbort Homecoming. No good. Okay, we'll come up with something.
We'll workshop
We'll
it.
workshop
We'll
it.
magical workshop that.
I got an idea.
Okay.
Okay.
I got an idea. Hear me out. Hear me out, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life Aquatic.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it because we got Jason Momoa in there. He's got tridents.
We might have to put like Life
Yeah.
Aquatic Man in there just to
Yeah.
Life
differentiate
Aquatic
from
Man.
the what was the movie? There was a Life Aquatic from Wes
No.
Anderson.
I
Yeah.
don't
Oh, was there?
Yeah. Life
Wes
Aquatic,
Anderson. Well, so
So we
he's
do
gonna
Life
shoot this.
Aquatic Man. We'll
Okay.
be
So
all
this
right.
is a sequel to that, but then we'll have the prequel. Okay.
So we got a sequel,
All
then a
right.
pre-prequel. Yeah.
Pre-prequel.
It's good stuff.
100 million. Okay. All right.
I love it.
I'm thinking theme parks. We can do theme parks.
We could get
Bro.
some theme park.
Life
park.
Aquatic Man.
Life Aquatic Man theme park.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we get it. We get it. You gonna do this with us? You
I'd
gonna
like
shake
to-
my hand?
You guys got yourself a deal.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Life Aquatic Man coming to a theater near you soon.